This is the beginning. It starts right.
Let's roll the video, Cirque du Soleil. Ladies and gentlemen, a company that has grown literally in leaps and bounds. Let's welcome on stage Nickole Tara from Cirque du Soleil. Nickole. Hey Nickole, how are you?
Thanks for having me.
An incredible jacket, way better than mine. Showing us up at Cirque du Soleil, what an amazing company. I think I spoke earlier about the concert experience. I can certainly tell you when that I'm going to a Cirque du Soleil show, I have that nervous energy. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about your business and more importantly, the relationship and how SAP is helping you.
Absolutely.
Over to you, Nickole.
It'd be my pleasure. You know, if Scott made the comparison of this event being a rock concert, which obviously it is, but I'd like to think that you're on caliber with the Cirque du Soleil production, so maybe we'll use that as the high bar for today. As Scott mentioned, I'm Nickole. I'm the Chief Growth Officer for Cirque du Soleil Entertainment Group, and it's my pleasure to have my maiden voyage at SAP Sapphire. Thank you for having me. On behalf of our nearly 5,000 employees worldwide, including 1,300 artistic performers, we've been on quite a journey these last nearly 40 years. If you're unfamiliar with our brand, you should become more familiar, because we're likely in a city near you. Currently, we have around 32 shows that are operating globally. We do about 11 million tickets a year. We operate in 60 countries, and we cover about 450 different cities in a touring track that spans over a 3-year period. So it's fair to say that we're in a city near you. But the history is really important here, right? Cirque was founded in 1984. We're rounding up on our 40th year next year. Something we're incredibly proud of, in an entertainment industry where duration and enduring duration is kind of challenging and difficult, right? Consumers forget pretty quickly in these days and age about the next shiny toy. But somehow we've been able to do it, right? But how do you define the next 40 years, right? What does the future look like for a brand that, quite frankly, has engineered its entire existence on a physical stage, right? Making physical goods, printing and making fabrics to, clothe entertainers that entertain us all around the world. And we were on track in 2019 to do something pretty incredible, financially and otherwise. We were on track to have, and we did, our best financial year in company history, but something happened in 2020. Do we remember? Hopefully we don't. Hopefully we're getting really close to forgetting. But in April of 20, we had a major setback as a company. Our entire company was shut down due to the global pandemic. And when I say entire company was shut down, we had 5,000 employees reduced to dozens of employees in 2 weeks. We went through an entire financial restructuring process in the summer of 20. And in the fall of 20, we emerged with new leadership, new ownership, and frankly, a new vision for what we are and what we wanted to become. And so when I joined the company last summer, the mandate was this: take everything you know about Cirque, every rule that we've had in the past, which we are operating was, the show is the star. Don't distract from that, right? But how do you grow that? How do you future-proof it? And so we decided the answer was to blow that up. And so that's what we're doing. So I'm really proud to say that we got to work at the end of last year. I joined the company and we set out on a mission, and that mission was to better understand our fandom, right? Scott talks about better understanding customers. Like, we needed to understand our fans globally. So we commissioned some work. We got out there, we talked to people. We went into 20 countries where we operate, we got on the ground, and we started talking to people. What do you think about us? What do you need from us? What can we do better for you? And the answers were overwhelming. Customers around the world said, "You're not just a performing arts company to us. You're a cultural arts leader, and we need you to lead, and we need you to innovate, and we need you to take who you are and become much more than that." And so when the data came back, we said, first of all, big responsibility, right? But the customers want it, and our consumers and our fans need us to do it, so we are compelled. So we have set out to do 3 things. First and foremost, we're gonna keep doing what we're doing creatively, but we're gonna transition into doing it differently. So we're gonna create more awe-inspiring, immersive style experiences. Our customers, over 81% said, "Create something in the Cirque vision, but do it differently. Let me walk through it. Let me touch it. Let me feel it. Use more of that technology that you've been known for decades to innovate around. We want bleeding edge. And maybe take it to places where we wouldn't expect to see you. We'd drive to the desert. 45% of our customers said that they'd drive 2 hours or more to come find an experience that we put together." Okay, that's compelling, right? So we're doing it. So I'm really happy and proud to say that we are launching a business around this in 2024. Details yet to be forthcoming, but it is going to be an exceptional experience, and we're going to give our consumers around the world more of what they want. The second thing that we heard from them is we need to enrich the human connection. We want to feel you. We want to touch Cirque. We want to know more about it. In fact, we need ways to interact with you that are far beyond the stage. And frankly, between our live show experiences, how do we get more of what you are? How can we feel your creative energy, right? And in this day and age, this might sound obvious to 99.9% of this audience, but Cirque had yet to really find a digital connection with its audience. And we need to create that, and we are creating that. And so you're gonna see us in the next couple of weeks do something we've never done before and participate in a digital world that we are creating with Cirque's energy and with Cirque's passion and innovation, but for an entirely different new audience, a digital universe. More about that next week. And third, and this is very relevant for maybe many of us in this room who have businesses interfacing with customers, we need to create deeper community impact. And we need to show our customers and fans what we're doing in the communities all around the world to help better the planet and the world that we live on, right? And I'm really proud that Cirque does many of those things today and has done many of those things for almost 40 years. But we really don't tell our story. And so we're going to do a better job in the future of lifting up those stories and talking about our fans and talking about our creators and talking about our performers in a way that deepens purpose and creates social impact. And so when I think about Cirque and I think about the future, Scott uses the words future-proofed as in the past tense. We are future-proofing. We are in the process of that generation. And there's a parallel exercise going on at our company, our digital transformation, which is a word that has been around for quite some time. But there was a lot of physical architecture that needed to transform at our company. And I'm really pleased to say that we're undergoing that process, and we're going to emerge out of perhaps our most dark era into an era full of innovation and light, powered on technology, driven by our fans, and thinking about the future. And so as I look out at this audience and I think about this global constituency of SAP, customers, staff members, fans, we're so privileged to have partners such as you. When we think back to our darkest days, there were very few people around us. SAP was one of those. When we were in a financial turmoil and we were trying to just figure out how to keep the lights on, SAP stood beside us for a pretty significant period of time while we got it together. So to say we're loyalist is an understatement. We feel very empowered by our partners at SAP. It's my great pleasure to be here. And to wrap things up, I thought I would officially invite Scott to join the Cirque family, as only we know how, with our very celebratory clown noses that we wear pridefully at Cirque du Soleil. So Scott, if you do the honor, it is SAP Sapphire Blue. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on brand. Looks stunning.
We look brilliant.
Stunning. Let's give him a round.
Nickole Tara, everybody, from Cirque du Soleil. Thank you so much, Nickole. I don't know, I can't feel, I can't be serious looking at you like this. I mean, but you know what? Cirque du Soleil, they bring joy. This brings joy, and we're so proud of the relationship and the partnership with you through the dark times, but also helping you with the good. We're so excited about the journey you're on, and the partnership is a long way into the future as you truly are future-proofing. Thank you so much,
Pleasure.
Nickole Tara, Cirque du Soleil. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.